What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Play with CJ. I want to focus in on the Marty Brodeur situation. Brodeur is officially leaving the Devils. He's going to test free agency. He tested free agency 2 years ago after the Stanley Cup final run, but I ended up re-signing with that 2-year contract with the Devils. And Marty's 40 now, and it's just I really wish he'd retire. And I'm not going to knock him for sticking around. Obviously, he loves the game of hockey. He's one of the all-time greats, but his numbers the last couple years have been atrocious. And the other thing is, if he announced his retirement during the season, he could have had a farewell tour, kind of like Teemu Solani, kind of like Derek Jeter is having, I should say, for the New York Yankees. Mariano Rivera had it last year, and I think it would be more fitting into his career. What does he do? Go to Minnesota, back up? Plus, again, you're not getting Marty Brodeur a few years ago. You're getting a guy that had, not great statistics, and arguably starting him as much as they did probably cost the Devils a playoff spot. If you started Schneider and made him your unquestioned, undisputed number one, instead of keeping Brodeur around and starting him for nostalgia's sake, maybe the situation would have been different this season and Jersey would have made the playoffs. But, again, you don't want to see one of the game's elite walk away. But Marty's 42. I don't know why I thought he was 40, but it's tough to see it. And, again, his tenure with the Devils is over. I think the Devils will pursue a veteran backup for Schneider, but, Schneider's their man going forward, and you can't fault them for making that decision. They gave up a top 10 pick in the draft for him, and, having Schneider around. Brodeur's numbers this season, 251 goals against, 901 save percentage. Even last year he had a decent goals against, 222, but a 901 save percentage, it's not good. He hasn't had a save percentage over 920 in, a while. 2008 was the last time his save percentage was over 920, and it was at 920. His actually save percentage hasn't been that high over the years, for as good as Marty's been. His career high is 927. So, that's good. It's very good, but it's not, truly elite, game-changing, statistics. But, and obviously he's been one of the elite goalies in the game for just playoff numbers. I realize how good. Kind of forget how good they are. But, that's beside the point. Again, we're talking about a 42-year-old here whose glory days are behind him, and hopefully for the sake of the Devils and Marty, he retires. You don't want to see him ending up like when Willie Mays with the New York Mets, and Patrick Ewing was with the Seattle Supersonics at one point. It's just weird. Emmitt Smith was a Arizona Cardinal. It's like Joe Montana was Kansas City Chief. Just going around sports. It's just not what you remember them as, and obviously that's so much in nostalgia and all that, but it's the truth. You want to see a guy spend his whole career in one place because it's so rare. What does Marty have to prove going out there? And again, I'm not going to fault him for getting a payday, not at all. But what does he prove going up and backing up? What does he do? Go to Florida, back up Luongo? The oldest goalie tandem ever. It's just hopefully. I just wish Marty did that this season, where he said, "This is my last season." He gets a farewell tour. They play Schneider a little bit more, and Jersey's in the playoffs. But, we'll see what happens with that going forward. Anyway, that's all I got some sort of the Power Play with CJ on Marty Brodeur testing free agency. Stay tuned for more episodes for the playoffs and beyond. Later, guys.